Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for checking out my latest Gotham chess video. Today I'm going to discuss the incredible story of two new chess prodigies who I guarantee you haven't heard about yet, although I'm sure you will. I want to thank my sponsor, Crypto.com, Registrate aquí. This is going to blow your mind. And as always, I appreciate you liking my videos, viewing them, commenting. Of course, some of you, your comments are not always positive, and I don't want to say the stress gets to me, but the rest of my hair has fallen out. But let's go on to the video. Slow clap. Some of you may recognize this young gentleman. He's a 12-year-old incredible chess prodigy with a FIDE rating of 2450. His name is Boutros Sketch-Palmiansky. But he goes by the nickname and the online handle normally BB Sizzle, 12 years of age, country hailing from Yugoslavia, favorite opening, the Hungarian. His hobbies include bow ties and international relations. As a matter of fact, he helped reunify the country of Yugoslavia. But he's old news. Some of you may know this young man. He's age 10 and his FIDE rating is 2350. How does that make you feel? Grown-ups playing chess. Of course, his name is Didier Drogba Papadiop. He's 10 years old. He likes to go by DD Fresh, DD. He's from a country that it says Sao Tome and Principe, but that can't be a real country. His favorite opening is the Riet or Riet. And his hobbies include gardening and economic development. He's assisted his country and several others in improving their economic situation globally. Old news. The new kid on the block, the first one I'm going to expose you to, who is going to change your conceptions of the world of chess, the theory of world chess, and likely the future of the world of chess. She is Ariana Mapati, age 4 years old, nicknamed Ari, but also called Mapati for her last name quite often. She is from the country Spice Island. Her FIDE rating is 2018, which coincidentally is also the year she was born. Her favorite opening is white pieces, and her hobbies are Legos. However, we're going to, now bear with me here, this is a little complicated. There is something going on in the chess world which we've uncovered information on, and we're going to delve into it with you here. These two people who are non-professional chess players at local club level, basically. She's withheld her name for privacy. She's a private person who's a homemaker, country of origin Scandinavia. This gentleman, his name is Anna Delvey, associate professor, country of origin, parts unknown. You might say, well, what is it? Are these people in love? Why is there a heartbeat? You might be wondering, what is going on here? Well, I'm going to explain that to you. There are developments going on in the scientific world, some ethical and legal, some not, some variations of this, some lab leaks coming out of Wuhan. But this one involves artificial insemination, because obviously that woman would not have slept with that man or be in a relationship with that man. And through a process that very complicated to explain here of gene selection and trial and error, they're basically working on, and what the developments will show is how far they've come along with developing the perfect chess baby. These methods are controversial. This is not, a widely known thing, and this is not technically legal by United Nations rules. The man behind this is known as Dr. Joberg, also pronounced Dr. Zoidberg. And he's very secretive, but there was some grainy footage of him found and uncovered. And you can see here he's saying, see what I can do with these fetuses. This is literally a miracle. They have such high self-esteem and confidence. They can't wait to be born. So what is involved? Once the woman is fairly far along in her pregnancy, state-of-the-art training is undergone, including using headphones to play hours upon hours upon hours of chess training, particularly YouTube videos, such as from myself, many grandmasters with Russian accents, some people with British accents, some people with Indian, Pakistani accents, and even some with normal American English accents. So the baby has been exposed to countless hours of chess theory and experience. Additionally, the mother, as she gets very far along, lays a chessboard on her stomach and plays incredible amounts of variations of chess combinations. Of course, the board and pieces must be wood, not plastic, PVC, which can be harmful to an unborn child or an infant. And it also helps to sort of have they're using techniques of using a mystical chess box, maybe perhaps Tibetan in origin, to sort of tap into deeper subconscious levels as well. Well, you might say, okay, well, they're creating this, chess baby, chess fetus. How does it work? Well, as you can see, this is the same woman in all these pictures, blonde. So as she's very far along, the baby, through a system of sort of Morse code, kicks in the mother's stomach, gives chess moves that respond to chess situations that are laid out to it, chess games. And then a FIFA registered and trained official transmits the messages to the chess officials who are then actually running the board, transmits the moves. And this is brand new, hasn't been done before. I mean, I always say chess is constantly changing, the meta is changing, it's evolving. So we have here for you folks on Gotham Chess, a world exclusive. Photo not available, available upon request. The first chess prodigy baby, and probably the greatest, that will change the world as we know it, has been unveiled or has begun playing. As the baby is 56 years old, but not yet born for some reason, but alive and healthy. So it's over a year old, actually. Name either Magneto or Magnessa if it's a boy or a girl, obviously in an homage to Magnus Carlsen. Nickname, the prodigal chess baby is coming soon, or just the baby, which is what I'll be referring to it here. This has a provisional FIDE rating of 1984. George Orwell. Its favorite opening is the whale, and its hobbies include chillaxing in the womb. On to the chess. You might be like, Gotham, okay, about the prodigy, big deal, these kids, these infants, these fetuses. Okay, let's see what they got to offer. Well, I've obtained through sources, an actual match that was played in January of 2023 between Ma Petite, again, the 4-year-old girl from the Spice Islands, who's already beaten, by the way, the national champions of 7 different countries, which will not be named what countries because it would be humiliating to them. She's already beaten them. She's legit. She is brutal. The baby will be playing the black pieces. She will be playing the white. This event was the Fisher-Price closed invitational location, a Chinese toy factory. This was nice because the workers at the factory, the children, were able to come and witness portions of the match on their breaks during work. So let's get on to the match. There's a fly buzzing around. Move number one. Ma Petit left all the spectators in awe, or in rapt attention, as she basically touched and considered every piece that you can move. But she didn't, actually make a move. So after a little while, she unveiled A3. Wow. This, anybody below 2,500 and, under 25 years of age, you won't even know this one. Like, this is like, whoosh. This line, this comes from a very obscure opening called the Lebowski in the 1990s, and was only used a few times. And it is so complicated that it, don't even try if you're below these levels. So this presented the baby with like an amazing. She obviously pulled this out because she was like, I know more. I got something on this. This baby is not going to know this line. There's no way it prepared in the womb for this. Well, how did the baby respond? On move 2, the baby played knight to b5. And after about 10 minutes of consultation, FIDE officials ruled that this is not actually a legal move in chess to open a match. So they said, okay, the baby, this technique is not quite all worked out yet. So reset the board, give the baby another second move. So version 2 of the second move. The baby played queen eats black king, or captures. Now this actually was a legal move in chess until I think the year 1257. So this may have been the baby getting that ancient knowledge that was passed down to it from the beginning of chess to now, and going back to sort of the spiritual Tibetan aspects, playing a move that is almost spiritual in a sense. But again, this move is not legal in the current rules of modern day chess. So a third try was given on a reset of the board. Again, this is an unconventional match and techniques that have never been utilized before. So there's some leeway going on. Additionally, this is why this match hasn't really been publicly released yet. Sort of like when Stockfish and Deep Blue and whatnot are in development, or Alpha Zero when they're in development, they don't give away all the makings of the sausage, so to speak. So move 3, the baby relayed a series of moves to the transmitter, and they were laid out upon the board, and the baby said, this has to be done. And it formed this formation, which is absolutely brutal. This is sometimes known as the choo-choo train. However, officials again stepped in, and this time they're sort of getting annoyed and said, this is not a legal opening in chess. And they said, okay, baby, we're going to give you 5 chances. You're on chance 3, because we know that this transmission of you kicking in the uterus or in the womb and it being transmitted to a FIFA official to then pass the moves on. We know there can be something lost in translation, so to speak, and the kinks are being worked out of this process, but we do know you are supremely chess talented. So we're going to allow this. We'll give you 5 moves. You're on 3. So if you get to a 5th move and it's not valid, you will be disqualified, and Ma Petite will get the victory. And the claim of being the first, infant baby chess champion prodigy will go down in forever in recorded chess history, as this becomes a normal thing. So move 4, the baby forcefully put this out. And this at first was thought to be, maybe a troll or a joke, because this is often known as like the winged angel, because those sort of look like wings, and it's a bishop and it's sort of floating down onto this. And they said, oh, he or she is messing around. But then, they started looking at it and they go, well, they have the black pieces. And when this bishop is flipped upside down, that's actually an upside down cross, which is sort of satanic, as in like Damien the Omen. And this actually is known as I believe, the angel of death. And so this actually was considered, sort of an intimidating move, like I'm going to swoop down and kill you, conquer you, almost in a hateful, vicious manner. And so they're like, that's it. We gave you this. That's your fourth. That's it. Fifth. If the fifth move is not valid in any way, the match is disqualified and Mapati gets the win. So on the fifth move, the baby played pawn to h5. Bam! I mean, this is savage. This is like Anderson Silva front face kicking Forrest Griffin in a UFC title match. This is brutal. And I know a lot of you won't understand the UFC reference I just gave because a lot of you are obviously chess nerds. But this is something, if you even tried this at, below 1,000, I mean, you might as well just dribble your juice cup on your shirt more than you already do. This refutation to this is just, I mean, Nakamura once tried to play this position with white against black, and he basically was ran off crying within an hour. It's unstoppable. I mean, it's just woo, like the perceptions that go on with these people, it's just like wow. At this point, ladies and gentlemen, Mapati swept all her pieces off the board and ran away from the board. And the match was awarded victory by resignation to the baby. Summary.